Good morning, children. Today I'm going to read and discuss part 3 of chapter 4 Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Children, till now we read that Bipin Babu was unable to recollect his memory about his visit to Ranchi. And when he asked about this to Mr. Mukherjee, he also agreed that he was in Ranchi in 1958. Let's read this. After lunchtime, Bipin Babu realized that he couldn't possibly carry on, meaning is given here, sitting at his desk and working. This had never happened in the 25 years he had been with the firm. He had a reputation for being a tireless, conscientious worker, meaning is given over here. But today his head was in a whirl. Its meaning is also given here. So here it is very clear that Bipin Babu had been in that firm for last 25 years. For the first time, he was feeling sick. He couldn't continue working. His head was in a whirl. Back home at 2:30, Bipin Babu laid down in bed and tried to gather his wits together. Its meaning is also, you can see in the glossary. He knew that it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he didn't know of a single instance of someone remembering everything except one particular incident and a fairly recent means not old and significant one at that. He had always wanted to go to Ranchi. To have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. After reaching home, he again tried to recollect his visit to Ranchi, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't recall that. At 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant came and announced, Chunni Babu, sir, says it's very important. Bipin Babu knew what Chunni had come for. Chunnilal had been at school with him. He had been having a rough time, meaning is given, rough time lately and had been coming to see him about a job. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him and in fact told him so. But Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny, meaning is given over here. At 7:30, there was a visitor named Chunni Babu. Bipin Babu knew why Chunni Lal had come. They were at school together. Now Chunni Lal was having a rough time. He wanted Bipin Babu's help about a job. Bipin Babu knew he couldn't do anything and told him so. But Chunni Lal kept coming there. Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni now, but not in several weeks. But as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about the 58 trip. There was no harm in asking him. Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. Chunni was about to leave, but seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned round hopefully. Bipin Babu didn't beat about the bush, meaning is given in the glossary. Listen, Chunni, I want to ask you something. You have a good memory, and you have been seeing me off and on for a long time, meaning you can see in the glossary. Just throw your mind back and tell me, did I go to Ranchi in 58? Chunni said, 58? It must have been 58 or was it 59? You are sure that I did go to Ranchi? Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. Do you mean you have doubts about having gone at all? Did I go? Do you remember clearly? Chunni sat down on the sofa, fixed Bipin Babu with a long, hard stare, and said, Bipin, Have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things were concerned. I know that old friendship don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that you have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. So at first, he sent a word that he couldn't meet Chunilar for a few weeks. Then, remembering something, he hurried down to see him. He asked Chunilal if he remembered his going to Ranchi in 1958. Of course, Chunilal remembered. He looked at Bipin Babu's face with concern. How could a man with so sharp a memory forget it? Then he added, Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. Incredulous means unbelieving. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunilal. Of course, you worked in a travel agency. You remember that you don't remember that it was I, underline this, who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know? Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. I've been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist. Then he expressed great concern about Bipin Babu's health. Bipin Babu said that it must be the hard work. He told Chunilal that he would consult a specialist. Doubtless, it was Bipin's condition which made Chunilal leave without mentioning anything about a job. Paresh Chanda underlined these two lines was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. So, these are some physical features of Paresh Chanda. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately, means with sadness, you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work. Bipin Babu went to Dr. Paresh Chanda and put his problem before him. The doctor was puzzled. He Bipin Babu explained that how that unforgetfulness is affecting his work at the firm. Dr. Chanda shook his head. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary, he said. I've never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience. But I have one suggestion. I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth to try. It can do no harm. So here Dr. Chanda suggested to Bipin Babu that he had never told to Bipin Babu that he had never experienced such a case as his. So here he gave him a suggestion. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. Leaned means bent. As far as I can make out, said Dr. Chanda, and I think you are of the same opinion. You must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode had slipped out of your mind. What I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. The sight of the place may remind you of your trip. This is not impossible. More than that, I cannot do at the moment. I'm prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer, meaning is given here, a medicine to reduce stress. Sleep is also essential, and all the symptoms will get more pronounced. Pronounced means threatened. Dr. Chanda told him that his case was an unusual case. He remembered everything except his trip to Ranchi. Yet he was somehow convinced of having been there. So the doctor suggested that he should go to Ranchi now. The sight of the place must remind him of the trip. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After breakfast, he rang up his office, gave some instructions, and then procured a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. Procured means got. Then Bipin Babu made up his mind to go to Ranchi to visit Ranchi once again in order to recollect his memory about his earlier visit.